Every Tuesday, we talk about something that's been driving you crazy.
And this is an interesting one. Jason, you got a message about an unusual part of a sign and a weird abbreviation.
Exactly, because how would you abbreviate certain words, right? That's the question.
Okay.
And it comes up on the sign. It's really interesting. It's one of my favorite questions I've gotten in a long time. Joe from Denver wrote to me saying, what's driving you crazy on westbound Thornton Parkway that crosses over I-25? The sign that points to I-25 for Colorado Springs, it is abbreviated Colo SPRS. Why? It has always driven me nuts. We all know it should be SPGS, not SPRS as in Spurs. Yeah, Joe, this is a great question. Now, I first looked at the United States Postal Service. Their standard abbreviation for Springs is SPGS. Never do they use SPRS. Then I asked the city of Thornton about the history of these signs. Anticlimatically, I was told we don't know why the signs say SPRS. Then I called Bob Wilson over at CDOT. He's like the unofficial roadway historian over there. Bob tells me the signs were installed during construction of the Thornton Parkway back in 1985 when that bridge was constructed. He tells me the SPRS abbreviation was most likely just a typo that was never brought to their attention. The other part of the signs that both Bob and I noticed is that the southbound sign points to Colorado Springs, not to the other major city that you would drive through on your way to Colorado Springs, Denver. Now, Bob says highway signs south of Denver and the southern suburbs should reference Colorado Springs, not north of. The other oddity about these signs is that they direct northbound I-25 travelers to Cheyenne. Bob says years ago, Cheyenne used to be the city of reference for mileage along I-25 since it was the major junction point for Interstate 25 and I-80. Now, Thornton tells me they're open to replacing the signs, but considering the unique design, the cost would be a major issue, so they likely would only replace them if they get damaged. The only common use for SPRS that I could find comes from the U.S. Department of Defense. It's for the Supplier Performance Risk System.
Oh, that's not what we're talking about here.
I explained all of that. Plus, I found a couple other odd ones for SPRS, and I have it right now on Denver7.com, left side menu to Denver 7 traffic.
It's a typo from all these years later?
I can't believe it's been since 1985. That's crazy.
I know.
I will say, though, for a long time when I first learned to drive, I thought I would go to Grand Junction if I got on westbound I-70, because they say this is the way to Grand Junction.
It is.
So I do I can understand the confusion.
It is the city of reference, and that's, for the west side of the state.
That's hilarious. Just skip over Denver.
Right now, you can see up in that area, this is I-25, right near the Thornton Parkway, between 104th and the Thornton Parkway. It looks pretty good for us here this morning. Not seeing any travel time delays there or on Thornton Parkway here, Lisa.
No spurs out there either.
No spurs.
Yeah. We've got a little bit of snow, though. It's definitely going to be a cold day today.